Hello, my name is Paula Burris, and I am the president of the Kent Area Chapter of the Links Incorporated. The Links Incorporated is an international, not-for-profit corporation established in 1946. We are one of the nation's oldest and largest volunteer service organizations with more than 16,000 professional women of color in 288 chapters located in 41 states, the District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and the United Kingdom. We are resolved on preserving and enriching the culture and economic survival of African Americans and other persons of African ancestry. Our chapter is committed to delivering sustainable, impactful, and transformational community programs to the 4 counties we serve in Ohio: Portage, Medina, Summit, and Stark. Our community programs are a part of the Links Incorporated 5 program facets, which include services to youth, the arts, national trends and services, international trends and services, and health and human services. The Arts Facet, established in 1964, is designed to support any talents, interests, and curiosity in all forms of visual and performing arts. The goal of the Arts Facet is to elevate programs through arts integration, increase and expand art activity, and encourage participation in a creative process that will allow a greater understanding of an art form. Today, we are here to share one of the programs provided by the Kent Area Chapter of the Links Incorporated and the Massillon Museum. Through this project, my community, through the eyes of the 21st century African American child, middle school students were provided an opportunity to expand their knowledge of photography as an art form and to develop a broader understanding of digital photography.
Hi, my name is Gloria. I'm a member of the Kent Area Chapter, co-chair of the Arts Facet, along with my other co-chair, Dr. Kendra Prier. My community, through the eyes of the 21st century African American child, Illuminate, Creating Access to Photography 2020, is a 5-week digital photography project designed for 20 middle school students to learn in a virtual environment. The Kent Area Chapter, in partnership with the Massillon Museum, have created a lasting educational program for middle school students across 4 Ohio counties: Stark, Summit, Portage, and Medina, made available at no cost to the students or their parents. The exhibit showcases 2 photographs per student and runs February through March. To encourage art appreciation, students were gifted a 1-year membership to the Massillon Museum. The project's culminating exhibit, reception, awards ceremony are usually held at various museums, galleries across the service areas, and are open to the public. This year, due to COVID, we had to transition to a virtual environment. In 2017, the Kent Area Chapter established a partnership with the Massillon Museum. In 2019, we began the conversation about sponsorship. Imagine our surprise to learn the grant written by Mrs. Kuhn was accepted. The grant was to cover costs for cameras, instructors, introduction to darkroom, and speakers. We gained a new partner, Massillon Community Charitable Fund. Due to COVID, we had to pivot from face-to-face learning. The students were taught in a safe, virtual environment. It was a great success. We would like to extend our gratitude to the following partners: Alexandra Kuhn, Executive Director of the Massillon Museum, for her vision and collaboration; Emily Vigil for her exhibit support and installation; Anna Young for her technical support; Margie Vogt for the endless PR, and the rest of the Massillon Museum staff. We'd like to thank the Massillon Community Charitable Fund; the Cleveland Print Room for providing 2 very skilled digital photography instructors, Hadley Connor and Asia Grant; the Ohio Civil Rights Commission Regional Director, Vera Boggs; for providing a workshop with social justice with emphasis on photojournalism. MCTV for public service announcements. And above all, we would like to thank the parents and the guardians of the photography students for their constant support and getting their children on the early Saturday morning Zoom calls. We also have special thanks for our chapter president, Paula Burris, for believing in the Arts Facet team. We're thankful for the Kent Area Chapter members and the Arts Facet Committee for their hard work. Please visit the Massillon Museum. It is open to the public Tuesday through Saturday, 9:30 to 5 o'clock, Sunday, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The museum follows all safe protocols. Safe distancing and masks are required. Thank you.
I'm Sherry Komarniski, a member of the Kent Area Chapter of the Links on the Arts Committee. Our mission is to provide exceptional supplemental learning opportunities for middle school students and access to digital photography, instruction, darkroom techniques, foster artistic and creative development, critical thinking, and interpretation of how youth view the world through the medium of photography, and in doing so, provide additional service through community-based art exhibitions.
Hi, I'm Dr. Philathia Bolton, a member of the Kent Area Chapter of the Links Incorporated. I want to speak with you a little bit about the most outstanding qualities of this program. It's adaptable, has a STEM connection, and it has garnered strong community partnership. We were able to adapt with the help of community partners and provide our students with a rich learning experience from their places of residence in spite of the challenges we have experienced with this COVID pandemic. The seamless transition of program content into Zoom workshops, Google Classrooms speaks to the virtues of this program. In addition to that, the program is STEM oriented. Whether in person or through digital workshops, our instructors have excelled in introducing digital technical components to our students, and our students have been able to successfully utilize these components. Finally, strong community partnership is the strength of this program. We have been able to garner enthusiastic support from Massillon Community Foundation and Stark Foundation through a grant award, which covered new instructors for us through the new Cleveland print room and equipment costs, darkroom instruction, strong community partnership, the STEM connection, and adaptability are all strengths of the 2020 Illuminate Student Photography Program.
Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Anderson, and I'm a member of the Kent Area Chapter of the Links Incorporated. I'm also a member of the Arts Facet. This year was a distinct pleasure to work with students in the area of photography. I'd like to discuss a little bit about the primary goals and objectives of the program. There were 5 primary goals: photography instruction, technology and STEM, critical thinking, communication skills, and an overall appreciation for the arts and arts knowledge. In the area of photography instruction, students learned basic photography skills, developed an aesthetic for methods of creating impactful photographs. In the area of technology and STEM, students learned basic photo editing techniques, and they also developed an understanding of the technical aspect of photography. In the area of critical thinking, students developed their critical thinking skills by developing an appreciation for photography, as well as learning more about the stories in the form of photojournalism and future stories in a historical context. Students were also encouraged to examine culture, the communities which they live in, and also life during a pandemic. In the area of communication skills, students developed and strengthened their communication skills by developing a personal artist statement, but they also had the opportunity to talk about their work with their families, their friends, their neighbors, and even museum visitors. And finally, through the area of arts appreciation, students learned and appreciated more about other forms of art, including filmmaking, and also learned about significant African American artists in other modern era and from the past. So thank you so much for the opportunity to serve.
Alex Kuhn, the Kent Area Chapter of the Links Incorporated, would like to present this as a token of our appreciation for enriching our Arts Facet program with our project, My Community Through the Eyes of the 21st Century African American Child, Illuminate, Creating Access to Photography 2020. Like I said, we sincerely appreciate everything that you've done to support us, to make this happen, what we had to do to accommodate our students during the pandemic, and we look forward to a continued partnership with the Massillon Museum.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh. Well, thank you so very much, Paula, and all of you ladies for collaborating with the Massillon Museum to enrich our community, to provide us the opportunity to serve in the capacity that is part of our mission, which is to inspire young people through the arts, through history, through obtaining a greater understanding of their culture and the critical thinking skills and all of those facets that you mentioned. We're honored to be able to show this young talent and to be in collaboration with the Links and the wonderful service that you offer as well to young people. So it's an honor. And on behalf of the Massillon Museum and our board of directors, thank you so much for continuing this great partnership. We too look forward to continuing it well into the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Reighan Brooks. I just want to say I thought that the Illuminate Photography class was excellent. I learned a lot of tips and tricks about taking better pictures. I learned a lot of history about photography, and I can't wait to pursue photography in my future education. I just want to say to everyone that helped out with the project, thank you so much for this wonderful experience.
Okay, and would also like to thank Denasia for her participation and know that it was a worthwhile experience and hope to see her creative work sometime in the future. Reighan, I know Reighan's on. Reighan is the one that has over 1,000 photographs.
Yeah.
Is that right, Reighan? Thank
Mhm.
you so much for participating in this program. Love your enthusiasm, and we look forward to also seeing your work in the future. Melody, thank you so much for joining us over these past several weeks, and looking forward also to seeing your work. Know that it was worthwhile and really appreciate all your efforts, Melody. Amira, are you
Cassidy.
there?
Wave at us, Amira.
Amira, please let me apologize for mispronouncing your names. Thank you so much, Amira, for joining us today and all of the other sessions, and enjoy your camera and your tripod. And thank you for sharing your work with us. Xavier Ellington. We'll want to thank Xavier for his participation and all of his efforts. Thank you, Xavier. Avery Alice for her participation in the photography project. Myla Fuller, I saw Myla. Thank you, Myla, so much. I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed having you. Look forward to seeing your creative works in the future. Danick Hatcher, want to thank Danick for his participation. Maxwell Hatcher, would like to thank Max for his participation. Lelia Jones, saw Lelia and her little brother and dad. Loved your work. Thank you so much for your participation, Lelia. Hope that you got as much out of it as we did in having you to join us. Thank you. Jemiah Martin, thank you for joining us in the Illuminate Art Project, and we look forward to seeing your creative works as well. Janiyah Newman, we thank Janiyah for her participation. Javier Newman, we thank Javier for his participation. Josh, thank you so much for joining us today and all the other times you participated, and also thank you for sharing your work with us. We look forward to seeing your creativity in the future. Avery Simpson, we thank Avery for her participation. Avery Swanson, I saw Avery Swanson. Thank you for joining us in this special program, Avery. We hope that you had a good time and enjoy your camera and your tripod and continue to take those photos. Thank you so much. Jade Hilton Tipton. Jade, really appreciate you joining us with the Illuminate Project. Look forward to seeing your creative works in the future and hope to see you again soon. Thanks, Jade. Riley Westcott, thank you so much, Riley, for joining the Links Project. We hope that you've had a good time learning digital photography. Please enjoy that camera and that tripod, and we look forward to seeing your works. Thanks, Riley. Colin, thank you. Did you enjoy your time? I'm going to ask you the question. We certainly enjoyed having you. Will you use that camera? You will use it in the future? Thank you. That's something I should have asked all of you. So please know that we really enjoyed your participation. We appreciate you joining us all those Saturday mornings. And if you get a chance, this message is to all of you. Have your parents take you to the Massillon Museum, because your photos are on display in its own special gallery. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, everyone.
On behalf of Massillon Museum, I would like to introduce myself. I am Emily Vigil. I am Studio M coordinator and Fred F. Silk Community Room Gallery coordinator here at Massillon Museum. The Fred F. Silk Community Room Gallery is our designated space for collaborative and group exhibitions at Massillon Museum. Some of the other exhibitions that we have in here include Relay for Life, Accessible Expressions, and the artwork of the Boys and Girls Club of Massillon. So we are able to present artwork of many different media, all ages, and in collaboration with different community organizations. Massillon Museum was so pleased to work with the Kent Area Chapter of the Links Incorporated on this exhibition. I was able to help work with the Links to select the images for the exhibition, order the prints, get the prints matted, and put them up on the walls. So I'm so proud to have this collaboration, and I think the photographs this year are just wonderful.